see, 24 years ago, we met at Hammond Castle around this time of year for the Robin Hood Springtime Festival. I was freshly divorced and swearing up and down I'd never get married again. And there in the indoor gardens was this handsome blonde guy with curly-toed shoes, green tights, playing harp. You know, you gotta stop and say something about that. So I introduced myself, and I said, hey, you know, I'm a music teacher, you know, just moved back to the area, blah, blah, blah. And then he introduced me to his girlfriend, who asked, do you want to work at King Richard's Fair for me in the fall? And I said, sure, I'd love to. So we became friends, and I'll skip over any drama to the part where she's living 2 towns away with the ex-boyfriend.
We can skip that one.
And we got married in 2005.
That is correct.
So we're just about 20 years of playing music together, and we still know the same 20 songs.
No, we've learned a few new ones. And today we're specializing in Irish music, traditional, and maybe a few not quite traditional yet. But the instrumentation, we'll introduce all the instruments as we go along. But I've got a couple of harps here, and I'm starting with this one. In Irish, this type of harp is called the Clár Shook, and this one might be called Crita. This is the more traditional early style Irish harp with wire strings, and this is kind of a later addition. But the wire strings, did I say something wrong?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought you were fact checking me.
I'm just slightly confused. Are we playing the first song with the harp?
No, we're not.
There we go.
But I'm just introducing them because I wanted to. The harp being the national symbol of Ireland and all that. So anyways, here they are. And I painstakingly write set lists, and often Abby changes them. But then occasionally I accidentally change them, and it has to be brought to my attention. So it's not. All right.
When we first started playing this song that Jay wrote, he played it on the harp. So it could have happened.
It could have.
But we were out on tour, our first ever tour out in California in 2006. And Jay bought a new harp out in California at the Harp Center.
Lark in the Morning.
Lark in the Morning,
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And he was so inspired by that new harp and the place where we were staying in Palo Alto that he wrote this beautiful song, because he said, oh, this must be what Ireland is like. And now that we've been to Ireland, I can say that we were close. Not enough sheep.
No sheep in the song.
No.
This is called For a Moment.
The wind blows the grasses, the trees on the hills are embraced by the morning mist. The sunlight, it fills the air with a warm breath that kisses the sky. For a moment I'm in Ireland where dreams never die. The air feels like magic, caressing my mind, while the flowers and their sweet scents are trying to find their place in my music as they blend with the sky. For a moment I'm in Ireland where dreams never die. When this song is is over, may the memories remain. May the peace that I feel in this moment ne'er wane. I thank you for your kindness and that spark in your eye that brought me to Ireland where dreams never die. May the road rise to meet you, may the sun fill your sky. Oh, this moment we're in Ireland where dreams never die. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Well, by the way, this is an Irish penny whistle, not made of tin. It's weatherproof, made of old dinosaurs. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Next I'm going over to the hammered dulcimer, which I always like to show the fun side. 66 strings strung across 2 center bridges. And what makes it hammered is that I started drinking as soon as I got up this morning. No. In order to play those strings, you don't pluck them or pluck them or strum them. Instead, you gotta strike them.
You do, yes. And as I was saying before, harps. And this one is it's called the Limerick harp. It's wire strings, beautiful bell-like tone, similar to the, similar, not quite the same as the harp you'd see on the Irish coins or the harp in the Trinity College, but a related instrument. And we're going to play some really beautiful old Irish music from over 300 years ago, written by Turlough Carolyn. We've got a few pieces here. And we're going to start with one of the first ones he wrote. It's actually based on an older melody called the Bonnie Cuckoo. He put words to it. We're going to do it instrumentally, but it's called Shebeg Shemore, inspired by a tale of a great battle between 2 hills of fairies, or fairies that lived in the 2 hills known as Shebeg and Shemore.
thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
This next one is another Turlock Carolyn piece. He wrote songs for people who he stayed with, and he called these songs planksty. He coined this term, and he said, oh, that means it's a song in honor of somebody. So this is Planksty Burke that he wrote for the Burke family. And Jay's going to stick with his wire-strung harp, and I've got the alto recorder. Thank you.
Thank you. Turlock Carolyn lived in a time where there was contemporaries like Vivaldi. He was kind of bridging the gap between the older Irish forms of music and the newer Baroque sounds. And in some of his music, depending on how you play it, you could hear it either way. Some of it sounds very traditional Irish, and some of it can sound more Baroque. In this particular piece, I think with the bowed psaltery, you get more of that more contemporary at the time new sound. This is Fanny Power. This is Addie's
Yes.
favorite song. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll come back to the psaltery a little later in the program, but for now, we're both going to change off instruments again and do our last carolyn piece for now. I'm on the bamboo flute, which I very imaginatively named Bambi. And this next song, we like to play this in our sets around tax time, just because I like the little inside joke behind it. Turlough Carolyn's friend Squire Woods was commissioned by the Irish government to mint a new coin for the island. And he sunk his fortune into making this new coin. And when he was finished, the government said, "Oh, we don't want that anymore." So he lost his fortune making money, which is why, to me, it's a tax time song. This is Squire Wood's lamentation upon the refusal of his halfpence. Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Nice to see you.
Although,
Sip of water is in order. There you go.
sometimes when you're a flute player, you run out of moisture in your mouth. So, slancha. Mm-hmm.
Thank you all for being here today, by the way. We appreciate it, and we appreciate your interest in Irish music. In Dublin's fair city, there's
The
a
girls
statue.
are so pretty.
That's right. There's a statue of Molly Malone, and this song has become very popular over the years. Some say it's Dublin's official song. Recently, a woman has been speaking out against the practice of putting your hands on Molly Malone. She actually wrote a piece, a reworking of the tune Molly Malone, or Cockles and Mussels, called Leave Molly Malone. And she's actually got a lot of press. Actually, I reached out to her when she first did this, and I was like, I'm impressed. It was a very heartfelt performance, and we're doing our regular version of it, but I just wanted to point out that because I thought that was something. Something.
Mm-hmm.
Something important.
It's something.
Giving voice, yeah.
Yes,
So
please
anyway,
don't molest the statues.
That's right. That's right. If you don't mind.
That being said, Feel free to sing along.
Yes.
In Dublin's fair city, with a girl so pretty, 'twas there that I first met sweet Molly Malone. And she wheeled her wheelbarrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and for sure 'twas no wonder, for so were her father and mother before. And they both with their barrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Now for the sad part. It's Irish, so somebody had to die. But she died of the fever, and no one could relieve her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. But her ghost wheels her barrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Thank you. Next up, we have a slip jig, which is what happens when you try to play a jig and you've had one too many. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This one's called The Butterfly. Thank you.
This next one is it's called The Fox Hunter.
Another slip jig.
The Irish flute over there.
Oh, yes.
Let's play the harp.
I would love to play your harp.
Get you set up here.
Many years ago, about 15 years ago or so, I said to Jay, you know, if I'm going to help you carry your harps around, I'd like to learn how to play. And so he gave me some lessons, and I'd like to share my first ever harp lesson with him. He said, all right, so get yourself seated comfortably at the harp. I said, okay. So now you're going to spread your fingers out really wide. Okay. Turn your thumbs up. Did that. Wiggle your fingers, put them on the strings, you'll be fine.
All there is to it.
It worked pretty well. So my inside running joke on this next song is that we started doing it, and then those Celtic women started doing it, and they copied us.
That's right. Yes.
But this is a beautiful song about a gorgeous island off the coast of Ireland. It's called The Isle of Innisfree. I've met some folks who tell me I'm a dreamer, and I've no doubt there's truth in what they say. But then nobody's sure to be a dreamer when all the folks he loves are far away, and precious things are dreams unto an exile. They take him o'er the land across the sea, especially when it happens he's an exile from that dear lovely Isle of Innisfree. And when the moon falls soft upon the rooftops of this great city, wondrous though it be, I scarce can hear its music or its laughter. I'm once again back home in Innisfree. I wander o'er green hills through dreamy valleys and find a peace no other land can know. I hear the birds make music fit for angels and watch the rivers laughing as they flow. And then into a humble shack I wander, my dear old home, and tenderly behold the folks I love around their chair gathered, on bended knee their rosary is told. But dreams don't last, though dreams are not forgotten, and soon I'm back to stern reality. But though they pave the footways here with gold dust, and still would choose my Isle of Innisfree. Yeah, I'll hold on to the harp and we can change yet again.
We will.
Why? Because we can.
Yes. Thanks.
So I'm going over here to pick up the harp's little cousin. For those of you who didn't see it before, this is the psaltery, spelled P-S-A-L-T-E-R-Y or P-S-A-L-T-R-Y, or many variations of that spelling. And I have named my psaltery Roger.
Roger Saltrey, you said.
That's right. It helps people to remember.
Yeah.
And this next tune is a lovely one called The Rosemary Fair. Thank you. That brings us up to one of my favorite parts of our show. That's where I give the center stage, the spotlight, and a really big build-up over to my very talented husband, Jay, who is going to thrill and amaze you with his prowess on the wire-strung harp. So Jay, take it away with a beautiful harp solo.
Thank you, Abby. Thank you. No pressure. Today, usually I do a little solo when we do our things, and I do a little medley of a couple or two or three pieces. I'm going to do a couple of pieces today. The first one is a very Dorian mode sounding, D Dorian sounding, beautiful piece from Ireland that we weren't really sure of the name of it, but we call it Síochána, which is the Irish word for peace, or lately I've been calling it Síochána Leatacata, which means peace be with you or peace be on you. It's a very peaceful, beautiful piece of music. And from that, I'm going to go into a piece that was written back in the 1600s by one of the Connellan brothers. It was either William or Thomas. And I always get them confused, but they both played harp and they both traveled to Ireland. They both wrote a lot of songs, so we're not really 100% sure which one of them, but it was one of the Connellan brothers. This piece is popularly known as Carolyn's Dream, because Turlough Carolyn had heard it, and he is said to have said, "I could only dream of writing a piece of music so beautiful." And it became known as Carolyn's Dream, but the original title is Molly McAlpin, as written by the Connellan. And so I'm going to start with Síochána Leatacata, and then we'll go into Molly McAlpin. For those of you coming in a little bit late, I'm playing a wire-strung harp, the Clarshook. The traditional harps of Ireland were strung with wire, some with brass, some with silver, some with gold. So this is kind of that sound of early Irish music as it would have been played, and is still played actually in many parts of Ireland. There's several organizations, the Historical Harp Society of Ireland and Harp Ireland, where they are still pursuing and promoting and researching this kind of old harp music on traditional instruments. My pre-medley talk has gone longer than the piece of music is actually going to be. Let's get to it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. That was a bit moody, so I believe Abby's going to do a solo for you, a little
Sure.
brighter, pick up the pace. You know.
Let me totally reset the mood with this fun little instrument modeled after the Greek aulos. It's 2 penny whistles tied together. The ancient aulos would have had 2 double reeds at the top, which is crazy to me. And apparently everybody ages ago used to play them like this, according to all the pottery. I get too tippy. But yeah, one is a full-scale penny whistle. The other one's not. And I'm going to leave Ireland behind for just a moment and go to Scotland with a pair of tunes. These are the Flowers of Edinburgh and a tune called Liberty.
When we're out playing outdoor functions, when I'm playing harp especially, usually my mortal enemy is the bagpipe player because they drown me out. But occasionally that's replaced by the riding lawnmower. But thankfully the walls on the side of the bank are nice and thick, so that's great. I'm going to switch off to the mountain dulcimer. And we're going to play a piece called The Silver Spear.
Oh, thank you. All right. Oh, yes. Yeah. All right, well, we'll have the two dulcimers together, so we'll play in 2D instead of 3D. And this is a slip jig into a jig and then back out into a slip jig again. And the official difference between a jig and a slip jig is that a jig is in 6/8 time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In a slip jig, they slip in an extra 3 beats. It's in 9/8 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which gives it that really bouncy feel to it.
Yes.
All right, so the two dulcimers.
Next up, Abby's going to sing you a beautiful, sad old Irish song on the hammer dulcimer.
Mm-hmm. And Jay's going to join me with the guitar.
Yeah.
We learned this song from the late, great Owen Fife, who we had the pleasure of being friends with and playing with on the Renaissance Fair circuit. This is called Once I Had a Sweetheart. And it speaks of the invisibility of, advisability, there we go, of falling in love with sailors, I think.
Yes.
Hazardous. Once I had a sweetheart, but now I have none. Once I had a sweetheart, but now he is gone. He's gone and leave me. He's gone and leave me. He is gone and leave me to sorrow and moan. Last night in sweet slumber, I dreamed I did sing. Last night in sweet slumber, I dreamed I did sing. sat smiling at me. And when I awakened, I found it not so. And when I awakened, I found it not so. My eyes like some fountains, with tears overflowed. My eyes like some fountains, with tears overflowed. I'll travel through England, through France and through Spain. I'll travel through England, through France and through Spain. All my life I will travel, the watery lane. All my life I will travel, the watery lane. Once I had a sweetheart, but now I have none. Once I had a sweetheart, but now he is gone. Oh, thank you.
Hey,
Hey. All right, Jay. What's next on the hit
Thank you,
parade?
Marilyn.
Thank you, Marilyn.
we'll get time for at least 3 more, I think.
3 more. Okay. I'll let you choose the
4.
next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of those another Irish love song, except this is a
Why Don't You Love Me song.
yeah, written from the perspective of the gent, the lad that's sitting on the bar, falling in love with the barmaid, and she's apparently not having any of it. But
No.
but he writes this beautiful song expressing all this that's going on, and it's called Peggy Gordon.
Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so. By thee, oh, by thee, I wish I was in some lonesome valley where womankind cannot be found, where little birds sit upon the branches, and every moment a different sound. I'm so in love, and I can't deny it. My heart lies smothered in my breast. It's not for you to let the world know it. A troubled mind can know I declare, 'cause when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking and wishing Peggy Gordon was here, oh, was here. Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so by thee, oh, by thee, and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so by thee, oh, by thee. Thank you.
Thank you. And to round out our trio of love songs from unusual perspectives, this is an old melody that the poet William Butler Yeats used to hear when he was a child, being sung by the women of the village. And later in life, he remembered the melody, but wasn't quite sure about the lyrics. And being a poet, it's believed that he wrote some new ones. The theme of this is love.
It's the nicest song you'll ever hear about a couple having a little bit of a disagreement.
Yes. Well, they are in love, but they are having
yeah.
a little disagreement. Apparently, something to do with the man not listening to everything. Obviously, it's a work of fiction because, as you gentlemen know, that never happens. You know?
Yeah.
We always pay.
This is called Down by the Sally Gardens.
You know what? I'm going to do this harp.
Okay. By the way, in case you're ever wondering, how many harps does one harp player need? Jay?
Probably one or two more. I've only got like 9-ish.
9-ish, because one of them is just a decoration piece.
So, shall we?
Why don't we? It was down by the Sally Gardens my love and I did meet. She passed the Sally Gardens with little snow white feet. I bid him take love easy as the leaves grow upon a tree. But I was young and foolish, and with her did not agree. In a field down by the river, my love and I did stand, and upon my leaning shoulder she laid her snow white hand. I bid him take life easy as the grass grows upon the weirs. But I was young and foolish, and now am full of tears. It was down by the Sally Gardens my love and I did meet. She passed the Sally Gardens with little snow white feet. I bid him take love easy as the leaves grow upon the tree. but I was young and foolish, and with her did not agree. But I was young and foolish, and with her did not agree. Ah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Before we do our last piece, I just want to thank you again for being here. And we appreciate the whole, the trad stroll and all the traditional music of various kinds, the Celtic and all the American folk and everything. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. And thank you for being here and supporting it. If you'd like to take some of our music home, we have a few CDs here in the basket. We have our little friend Philip the Dragon. If you want to throw something in there, that's always appreciated but never required. And we've got some cards too if you want to take some of those home, and you can look at some of our stuff on YouTube and things like that. Or maybe if you've got something going on where you need some music.
We're available for hire.
Give it some thought. Give it some thought.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to let you choose the last
you sure?
song. Yeah.
Did you
Oh,
have
yeah.
something in mind you wanted to do?
Oh, no.
You sure?
No. Every now and then, ladies, you got to let your husband have the last word, musically speaking.
Yeah. Even if it's just for show, right? Yeah.
No, it could be whatever you
Okay,
like.
thank you.
I'm just going to have one more sip of water.
All right.
And teach you all my favorite toast. May your toast always land butter side up.
Thank you. This is a piece, lyrics again by Yeats, and the melody. I think this is based on a traditional melody. I know Lorena McKenna did a lot of work with this piece. Some other people have done it as well, including us. It's this is really about the more mischievous and sometimes dark side of the fairy realm, and sometimes in some legends the fairies steal off and take children away.
They do.
But they return eventually after several hundred years because time is different in the fairy realm. But
And they leave teenagers in their place.
that's what they do, so everything's okay. This is called the Stolen Child.
Where lies the rocky highland of Sleuthwood in the lake? There is a leafy highland with a flapping heron's wake. The drowsy water rats where we've hid our merry beds, full of berries and of red stolen cherries. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Where the waves of moonlight glosses the dim grey sands with light, by far furthest rosses we footed all the night, weaving olden dances, mingling hearts and mingling lances, till the moon is taking flight. To and fro we leap and chase the frothy bubbles, while the world is full of troubles and is anxious in its sleep. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Away with us he's going, the solemn tide. He'll hear no more the lowing of the calves on the warm hillside, or the kettle on the hob sing peace into his breast, or see the bright with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Come away, you human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.